Hey, this is Brother Jeff. I'm going to show you how to tweak some of the GreenSock animation stuff that is found in some of the Lectora templates. So if you hover over in the template library, if you hover over activities, come down to Lectora interactions. On mainly the blue buttons, the blue interactions, if I select one of these, you'll notice that if I select a tab or a square, it actually changes the opacity of that tab or square. So if that is using the GreenSock animations, which you can find at greensock.com. So this allows you to animate, it allows you to change opacity, it allows you to move objects on the stage, and there's a lot more tutorials that you can find on support.elearningbrothers.com that will show you how to actually take full advantage of the GreenSock animations. But for now, let's say you just wanted to remove that opacity, or if you wanted to make it even more transparent. Let's show you how to actually download that and where to go to change that. So first of all, I'm going to go into this template and come into the Lectora, whatever size that I'm using, whether it be 720 by 540, 948, or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and download that project, open up that folder, and then inside of that folder I have my title. Now this will open up my Lectora project, and then inside of Lectora, once it's open, I can then go into the code for each button and see exactly what GreenSock is, what code is being run when the button is clicked, and I can change that using some simple tweaks here. So let's go into the tabs button. Let's go ahead and select the drop down box for button 1. We're just going to affect button 1 for now, and go ahead and select the drop down box for all of the actions that are run when you click on button 1. Now you notice the very last action is the change opacity. This is the action that will run the GreenSock code and change the opacity of the button. So if I come up to properties and then come to action and go back to change opacity and expand out this JavaScript code. It's very simple, one line of code, and you'll notice basically it's grabbing and saying tween max. We're going to change it to, and then this is the object we're referencing, which is the tab 1 button, and we're doing it in the number of seconds of 0, so it happens automatically. If I change that to 1, this would actually fade out. So if you wanted it to actually fade out, in this case we're just jumping it right to 0.6, which is 60%. So if you wanted it at 20%, you would do 0.2. If you wanted it at 90%, 0.1. If you wanted it at 100%, then you would just do 1. Or if you wanted it at 0, completely gone, then you would do 0. But in this case, let's go ahead and change it to 0.5 and click OK. Now if I view and preview this project, let's go ahead and preview this project here, and you notice now the transparency has gone to 50%. It's a little bit different than the other ones, a slight difference, not much, but it's a little different than the other ones. But that's how you change it. Or if you wanted to remove it, you can select that object and you can delete that action just by hitting delete. And now once you preview that, let's go ahead and save that and preview it. Now that transparency doesn't happen. But you would have to delete that same trigger on each of the buttons, coming down to change opacity on each of the buttons and delete that same trigger, or go into the action and modify that trigger on each of them as well. So that's how you edit some of the GreenSock code found within the eLearning Brothers Lectora templates.